So as you can see, once again, I stand all by myself here in the central courtyard at St. Mark's Church and School, where there is literally no one here. And it feels very odd, even though we're now 2 months into this. And I'm sure you feel much the same way, wishing that you could be here, going to church or bringing your children to school, or for whatever reason brings you to St. Mark's. But as we look backward over what was, we're also living in this time of wondering what is to come. What's going to be the new norm? Will St. Mark's courtyard ever be filled again with all of us at worship? And the answer is no one really knows quite for sure what that's going to look like. But here's what I do know. If you look at the prophet Isaiah, in the 43rd chapter, there are a couple of verses, I think, that are pretty important, where God says, "Behold, I'm doing a new thing, now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." In other words, God promises a future that may not look like our past. That the craziest things have happened, right? God's going to put a river in a desert, for heaven's sakes. And we all think to ourselves, oh, that's never going to happen. The past is always better than what's to come. I want to invite you this week to consider this space between what was and what is to come. And to decide within that space, do you trust God with the future? Do you trust God to do a new thing for us so that we become a new people as the next generation unfolds? So don't be too overwhelmed right now about all of the talk about what it's going to be like when we all come back to whatever coming back to might be for you. Instead, deepen your trust that God has the future in God's hands, and that the future, what is to come, is always going to be actually better than what has been. So be of good faith. We'll see you Sunday on live stream.